The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. A first down carry for Barkley, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. Gun. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 48 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Smith going to throw again. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Smith. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, 45 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into...
There goes Sterling Shepard, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are in for 6. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Dotson with a grab over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's good for a Redskin 1st down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kerry Wynn in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's Smith now on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Hey, gun. Take 4. 15.
Now Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, back up.
They snap it to Smith. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doctson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Giants ready to come out now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Receiver. Hey. Gun.
Manning now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down is Manning. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 30 yards. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. Switch.
On 1st down, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but, the Patriots... nobody believes in them. Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog. They know it, but when you've been that great for this long, you need something. You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us. And everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They are going for it. It's Smith going for the deep ball. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. Finding some room at midfield. Complete. Richardson has it. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. From the 50, it's Smith. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith. And running with power here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up
and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them back for second down.
52. 35.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On second down, here's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
To throw on second down is Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long, it's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickel Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation. When I saw it live, I thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And remember, you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game. The Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss. Through an interception, the Rams kicked the field goal and won. Defense still exists if you care to play it.
Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Smith on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doctson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now Manning throwing on second down. And this one's incomplete. Wayne Gallman is running back, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now Manning. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Gun.
The Giants do snap it. It's Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Manning now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Manning going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Throwing now is Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Manning now on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. The 40, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And New York set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 48 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a short return to the 6-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go, 15. Yellow. Liz. Hey, 52.
Smith going to throw it. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side, Reed. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Smith now to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. Now it's Smith. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. From MetLife Stadium,